Hello everyone, I am Urologist Ömür Erdem Akkaya. The topic we will talk about today is foods that increase testosterone. When we look at the videos on YouTube on this topic, many herbal extracts have been evaluated. Many herbal extracts such as epimedium, tribulus terrestris, maca, ginseng, ali tongkat, melatonin were evaluated. In the studies, we explained that these increased testosterone by 5 to 15%, but in fact, the general reason for this increase in testosterone or well-being is due to the flavonoids in herbal products and the correction of antioxidant mechanisms of these products. There is also another side of the coin. In the studies, these herbal extracts were given to patients in very high amounts, but when we look at the amounts on the market, they are much lower. For example, in a publication on maca, patients are given 5 grams maca, but we see that the maca products on the market are around 500 milligrams. I mean, on the other hand, how long can you use these products? You can use 1 box, you can use 2 boxes, but you cannot use these products for a long time. This is the herbal extract part. What I want to talk about today is actually how can you do this in the long term. There are population-based publications. What does that mean? They said, let's follow thousands of people, let's follow what they eat and drink. As for diet, they said that there is a Western-style diet, millions of people eat this way. And there is the Mediterranean diet, which has been developed over thousands of years and millions of people eat this way. They say let's compare these and they follow them, they observe the patients. Patients who eat a Western-style diet, which is basically fast food, a diet consisting of protein, carbohydrates and simple sugars, have low testosterone, low cardiovascular health, low sexual health and many other problems. Life expectancy is shorter and the patient has many problems. Then, people with Mediterranean diet are observed. The Mediterranean diet gave a much better response in terms of testosterone, cardiovascular health, sexual health and life expectancy. But there is another thing that distinguishes these diets from each other. So the Western-style diet is based on inflammatory foods. The Mediterranean-style diet consists of foods that prevent inflammation. What does inflammation mean? Simply put, you hit your hand, there is swelling, redness and pain. The body creates this and tries to treat it. It says, I am telling you to take care and pay attention here, I am giving you a feeling of pain, this place will be treated until the swelling and pain goes away. And after a certain period of time, the swelling, redness and pain disappear. And it is treated. This is inflammation, that is, a series of reactions brought about by the body to heal itself. But there is something called chronic inflammation. That is, the body creates this inflammation on its own. The cause is not clear, it is not clear how long it will last and there is no treatment. There is only one treatment to suppress this inflammation. This is the cause of many diseases, joint diseases, intestinal diseases, goiter disease. Patients take medication for decades to suppress this disease, not to treat it. They say that we have been eating Western-style food for 50 to 100 years and since then these diseases have increased. But this is not the case in those who consume the Mediterranean type. There is such a detail between them. On the other hand, can we disrupt testosterone with the food we eat on a daily basis? Of course, if you consume foods with heavy metals in them or if you shift your diet towards a Western-style diet, yes. For example, when we look at the elements of the Mediterranean diet, fermented foods, yogurt, which is one of the most important elements of the Mediterranean diet. When we look at the other elements of the Mediterranean diet, we see cereals, vegetables, fruits, fats, a small amount of meat at the top and most of the meat consumption is fish. When you eat fish, you get vitamins A, D, E, selenium and protein at the same time. You get omega-3, omega-6. In Europe, fish is consumed 2 to 3 times a week. It is very important to consume this according to your economic situation. Apart from that, it is very important to consume around 3 portions to 6 portions of fruit daily. Vegetables should be eaten as raw as possible without cooking, of course, you will eat the ones you need to cook by cooking. But other than that, it is very important to consume them raw. When you eat grains, it is very important that you eat them in the shell. This is actually the way of eating in general. So why did I talk about the Mediterranean diet? You can do the Mediterranean diet for the rest of your life. But there are so many diets that you cannot do for more than a few months, you cannot do them for a long time. We also need to say this, friends, everyone can have a unique diet. So, for example, an overweight person with a body mass index over 25 and not muscular, even if the testosterone level is normal, there is no good from it. So for example, if you are overweight, you definitely need to take a calorie deficit and diet seriously. If your height is 175 centimeters, your weight should be around 75 kilograms. If you are thin, of course you will have a different diet. Or if you have a food intolerance to certain foods, of course different diets can be applied. Dietetics is a completely separate branch of science. And if you are planning such a diet to lose or gain weight, it is necessary to say that it is also useful to work with a dietitian at the same time. If you are still looking for a supplement that will increase testosterone despite all that I have told you, I will give the link to it in the explanations. Thanks for listening, best regards.